welcome back to Minecraft PlayStation 4 Edition, which I suppose technically now is just Minecraft Bedrock, or whatever you want to call it, but as the name suggests, this is the official last live stream of the year 2020. So, this stream is mostly just going to be a recap of the year, and I kind of found it to be a little poetic, if you may say, to start the stream off in the Nether, because as you know, the Nether is just a god-awful place. Hell on earth, if you may. So I figured it'd just be a little poetic to start it here. But anyway, last stream, wanted to go over a lot of stuff about the years. All of you know, hello there, Shadow Edits, Edzy, I hope I said your name right. How you doing, dude? But anyway, as you guys know, this year has been pretty bad, unlike any other year that we've probably ever seen in our lifetimes and our parents' lifetimes too. You know, the step on the fire, okay, you know, the pandemic really shook a lot of things up, but for me, I like to view this year a different way. I like to look back at all the memes that came from this year, and I hope you guys would too. Shadow Diamond, hello dude. Because the memes is how I found joy from this year. All the memes from January with the World War III memes to February with lockdown memes to even the other simple ones with getting toilet paper. That's what I found to be the most hilarious thing of 2020, at least in my opinion. But as the year went on and stuff, it just got worse and worse. There were riots, people hating everybody. It was just terrible. But as for me, though, I've been slacking very, very hard. I lost my touch because of this year, really. I used to upload regularly, stream regularly, but I got all out of whack with it because I had more time on my hands than I knew what to do with. I was doing so much, just couldn't keep it all in check, if you know what I mean. Graduated from high school in this crappy year. Graduated but didn't really graduate. Graduated with honors, great grade point average, several awards, but only way anyone would get to see it would be through a YouTube video, surprisingly. But it's private, so not everyone gets access to see it, sadly. And then enrolled in college. Oh, a lot of fun stuff. But, you know, guess it is what it is, and hopefully here in a few hours we can start out this year, start it off right. Start it off way better than this year ever went. Hopefully it'll end up being a lot better, because as you know, they say, if you say 2021, the year 2021, if you say it 2021, you could really say that 2020 has been won. You get what I mean? You know, 2021. It ain't that funny a joke. But I'm going to try for a New Year's resolution, since I can't do a whole lot of stuff, to get back on my schedule that I was at, you know, for a long time, you know, filming like I always do, recording. See, I actually have quite a lot of videos and plans to upload more, but I never ever got around to it, and I made myself, like, I was sad about it because never really uploaded them, and I was like, dang, that sucks, because you guys never got to see them. But I hope, however, a lot better in 2021. You see, it's going to be crazy, though, because, you know, it's going to be new year, new stuff. I think I might even do a new Minecraft world tomorrow, do a special stream, and everything else maybe. But definitely going to do one on defeating the Ender Dragon at some point. Again. You know, I've already done that once, but, you know, don't want to do a whole lot. I ain't got a whole lot to say, because, you know, Whether wasn't a good year for good. There's a whole lot of bad left and right, and I'm sure that you guys know about that. And I mean, that kind of got to me too because of all the negativeness, the bickery, the bitchiness, if you will. It wears a person down. Worry and concern and everything else in between. It just gets to you. See, for me, the one thing that I learned from 2020 is to just unhook it, essentially. Like, I realize that YouTube is not for the people no more. Like, with what they did to me, probably what they did to you, even, when they took, and you see, I didn't tell anybody this, and I was meaning to upload a video about it, but the GTA stream that I did with my crew, we were bugging out left and right, trying to get into a lobby together because you had to be in a CEO in order to do the damn thing. Well, we finally got together. Well, what happened was, we was in the cutscene going to the island. It looked pretty cool and stuff. But the damn game crashed. Like, it's been forever since GTA crashed, that I know of, at least anyway. Oh, that's cool. Oh, yeah, it is. It crashed, but come to find out the reason it crashed is because YouTube took down the stream on me while I was in the middle of a cutscene. I was like, what the hell? Come to find out, WMG, whatever the freak those people are, said that I had copyrighted material in my stream. And I was like, hold on. I didn't have the radio on or anything. We were just talking, chit-chatting, just having fun, GTA Online fun. Come to find out, I realized they copyrighted the music that was playing in the background of the cutscene. Something that I really couldn't control with what I have now, which is very, very, very annoying. And the other problem is, we've been meaning to stream that stupid heist again, but the problem is, it's so buggy right now, you can't get anywhere near it. I don't know if it's an exclusive PlayStation problem, or if it's just console problem, or if it's just all problems across every single thing. PC and PlayStation and everything. Oh my god, go to bed. There you go. But it's so annoying because, we tried to do it, and we can't do it. Like, I don't know. Not sure how to describe it any better than that. But this world I've actually had for about maybe a month or more, and all I've done on it really is just mine. That's essentially all I've done. Not a whole lot to talk about. So yeah, that's why I always like streaming with people, because it's easier to talk about stuff. And that's something else I'm going to do too for 2021. I'm going to get back on that routine schedule, at least one stream a week. And then I'm planning on upgrading that to include one video, gaming video, and then another random encounter. That's what I like to call it. The random videos I upload that could be like anywhere between 5 and 20 seconds long. Just something random I see and I just upload it. And originally that started out as just a way to inform you guys about what I'm doing. But you guys seem to enjoy it, so I decided to roll with it a little bit longer. And I have. But the only problem I see is right now, the PlayStation 4 is slowly dying out, and it's obvious because of the PS5, which is going to happen either way. But playing Minecraft on the PlayStation 4 is like almost impossible when you play multiplayer. Like, it lags, it's buggy, it's just awful. I mean, I don't know if it's just a software problem or if it's just the games now, they're not supporting them no more or what, but it's really sad. Because not a lot of people remember this, but back in the day, and I'm talking about the days of PlayStation 2. See, not everyone has a PlayStation 1 or remembers a PlayStation 1. But, anyway, the PlayStation 2 I had for many years, and then I actually had the PlayStation 3 long after it came out. But anyway, the PlayStation 2, not many people remember that games used to come complete. Like, there was no way to update the game, necessarily. Like, not a lot of people had internet, and even then, the only way to get internet into PlayStation 2 was to use Ethernet, which is still pretty damn popular, don't get me wrong. But the game was complete. There was no DLC, there was no nothing else. The only way that there was anything else was there was a second game that came out. And that was pretty good. Now, the problem I see nowadays is with, like, and a really good pet peeve I have is, like, Activision and EA. Alright, those guys are good. I mean, they make good games. They're good quality games. So the problem is they intentionally gut them or design them a certain way that makes it to where you have to pay more money than what you should. And you see, the downside to that is, like, games have always cost $60, right? And you know, that's a good solid price. You know, you gotta pay for the people that worked hard on it and everything else. That's a good solid price. But when you start getting into DLCs and stuff, like anymore now, if you want to have a good quality game, it's probably wise to go on and buy the Season Pass too. Pay an additional, most likely, $60, making it to where you pay $120 for one game. When you could spend $120 for two new games, but no, probably do that for that one. And it's just annoying. Like, that's kind of the reason why I didn't get Cold War, because I've learned my lesson, and I really have learned my lesson. And the real reason why I'm meaning that is with Fallout 76. Hey, how you doing, the cool gamer? Fallout 76, and I'm a big Fallout fan. I love Bethesda games. But I went overboard on Fallout 76 to the point where I was considering getting the collector's edition. Like, that's how overboard I was going with it. But I spent, got the Tricentennial edition, spent that extra $20 and stuff, everything else, doing good, thinking, it's Bethesda. They ain't gonna screw me over. Well, they screwed us over. It was a terrible, undercooked game. And that's just one of the problems that I have. And you see, I'm talking about this because I want people to remember what used to be. See, that's the point of why I'm talking about this stuff is, yeah, Happy New Year's to you too, dude. Is you need to remember the past and go forward with the future. Like, games didn't have downloadable content. Like, that was a revolutionary thing. Heck, and I remember it too on the PlayStation 3. Actually, one of the first games, at least for me, now remember, I'm just talking for me, that was actually had downloadable content for it, was a game called The Force Unleashed 2. And it's a Star Wars game, and really want to play it on the PlayStation 4, but PlayStation Now is not that good. But anyway, it had, I believe, 3 expansion missions that were about maybe 30 minutes each. So, not that bad. Well, they only cost together $10. And that wasn't that bad back then, because it expanded on the story pretty well and simple. Well, the problem happened with that game was when the second one was released. And this is the early reincarnation, basically, of games that should have been DLCs to begin with. Examples are Far Cry New Dawn, if you played that game. It essentially is just a DLC for Far Cry 5. Or essentially, there is another game, and I can't think of it, but there is another one. But this game, The Force Unleashed 2, continuing the story, was so underdone. The game only had 7 missions, and each mission, if you were good at it, would probably take you about 10 minutes. And it had downloadable content for it, one story expansion, and a whole lot of cosmetics. And the game charged full AAA price too, $60, when it should have been DLC. Now that was, I believe, back in 2011 or 2012, something like that. That was a long time ago. But I'm just bringing that up because I want everyone to remember the past and stuff. Because really, there's nothing good to talk about 2020. I can't really think of anything that was really good that happened in 2020. But I figured it'd be a little poetic to play Minecraft on the last day of the year like I did last year. Of course, though, back last year it was Five Nights at Freddy's, and I was actually recuperating from a surgery. But still, either way, it was still Minecraft. But I have a question for you guys. When you guys play Minecraft with a group, like your friends, whenever you guys end up getting to kill the Ender Dragon, does that world ultimately become dead for the most part? Like, you don't play on it no more. Because you've already technically beat the game, so there's no point in playing on it anymore. I'm just curious if you guys are like that. What am I doing? I'm going to go to my mine. And I am planning on peaceful because I don't have enough stuff yet just to make good stuff. And I ain't going to be streaming too much longer. I just wanted to do a little short stream, Happy New Year stuff, because we've got a party to get to. Not a big gathering, but just a little something to do. I was just curious. And I gotta admit, getting netherite is actually way, way easier than getting diamonds. And it's actually kind of hilarious, really. Minecraft cave ambience, always a good sound. Yeah. Now, you do know what they say about 2021, don't you? Because the year 2021 is essentially 2021. See what I did there? See what I did there? Nah. Something else, too. Yeah, I've been meaning to talk about this. I've had some people ask why I stopped broadcasting Fortnite, and I think I need to go on and explain that now before I run out of time to explain. The real reason why I stopped broadcasting is because it's just not fun no more. Like, point blank, it's not fun. I mean, it was what I'd like to call a phase. It was, something new, something exciting, something to do for a few months. But, it's just not fun anymore because the game's practically full of bots. Like, you could probably kill 1/10 of the lobby, and they are just running into a wall just because they ain't programmed properly. And then you can probably kill like one person at the end, and that'd be a real person. Like, that's the only real anticipation in that game anymore is the end game. The final dude to get battle royale victory. It's just not fun. But the story no more is no good. And I'm weird like that, but I actually like story games way more than multiplayer games. And the real reason being is because Black Ops 2, back in the day, oh shoot. If you ever played Black Ops 2, you know what it's like. But I was pretty good. I wouldn't say, like, top-notch, but I'd say maybe moderate, middle. Like, every now and then, I'd be the top person in a lobby, get the most kills, most everything and stuff. But that's one reason right there. But I mean, to me now, it just seems like Epic's giving in to Disney, the Disney Corporation, with Marvel and now Star Wars. And I mean, if you like that stuff, that's fine. But I really don't like, the corporate stuff. Yeah, it's also dead to me too. Don't get me wrong. I haven't played that game since the event. Even then, that's something else too. Their events used to be pretty good, but now this one was underdone and half-baked. And I hate when game companies do that little cliffhanger saying, oh, come back next season and you can see what happens. I don't want to come back next season to see what happens. I want to do it now. See what happens now. Kind of like with what they did back in the era of Season 3, Season 4. And that was pretty cool what they did back then, if you guys played it that early. I started playing it in Season 2. I didn't buy the Battle Pass because it was a free game, and I didn't want to spend money on a free game. But, anyway, where I was going with this is, with the Meteor and the Visitor and stuff, and the Rocket, I mean, it was it was cool story that lasted the whole season. It do little changes now and then. It intrigued people. It was interesting, but now it's just kind of like, oh, well, okay. Like, I don't know. I'm not trying to say that it's stale, because there's still a lot of people that play it, even though they're probably 8-year-olds that don't have anything else to do. But, I mean, the 0 point, something to do with, like, the end is the chapter 1, I suppose. I don't know. It's gone so wavy, it's no longer linear. Like, there's not a straightforward path with it no more. At least in my opinion. But I'm not going to delete the game, and I'm considering maybe playing it still. But the real reason would be just to maybe get the battle pass, maybe get some skins. But even then, that'd be the only reason I play it, because playing it just to play is no go, no more, no. And heck, I remember it too. There's like a group of us too. Call it the Coronavirus Survivors group chat. Always get it together, play a few match of Zone Wars and Tilted Towers. I mean, it was fun doing that, but it just gets stale real fast, and then people get mad, and then they rage quit, and it's just no fun. But no, I think more or less now all Fortnite is now is essentially just ads for the most part. I do, but I don't have it on PC, because the only PC I have right now is a school PC, and it's not really fit for gaming. But I do have it on mobile. I actually uploaded a mobile video of Among Us gameplay. I did a while back. You have to hold it a certain way, but I do love Among Us a whole lot. Really want to get a gaming PC, an actual good gaming PC at some point, but right now I just don't have the time or the patience to go through online stuff. Yeah, don't get me started on who's sus. Oh, man. Drat. And something else, too. A lot of people have been saying, why haven't I gotten a PlayStation 5 yet? And the real reason is because I don't plan on getting one till maybe like July or August of 2021. And the real reason being is because there's only like 3 actual PlayStation 5 exclusives right now. And when I mean exclusives, I mean exclusively for the PlayStation 5. And you see, whenever a new generation is announced, it always takes about a year or so, year and a half at the most, for game companies to catch up and not have to make games for the previous gen anymore. Because I believe in the world of Call of Duty, the last game that they had to do that for was Black Ops 3, and I believe Advanced Warfare was a previous gen and present gen game, actually. They made it for the PlayStation 3 and the PlayStation 4. And then Black Ops 3 was exclusively for the PlayStation 4, but they took out the story, the campaign of Black Ops 3 and the PlayStation 3. Really, really hilarious. Oh, hey, look, a spider spawner. But yeah, it's going to take them a little while. And the way the games are going now, especially like Cyberpunk, oh boy. And it's just going to take a longer time for all that stuff to happen. But there's something that I do want to mention that I've noticed as the years have gone by, with game consoles and stuff. As the next gens keep coming out, it's going to take longer for games and stuff to come out. Well, you're right. It's been dead for like about 12 years or more now. Actually, no, it's been dead for about 16 or so. But I still have mine. I play on it occasionally because the real reason I like it so much is because the games, they came done, essentially. Finished products and stuff. And it did have a PlayStation Network, actually. I used it just a very, very little bit because the internet stuff back then wasn't the best and all this stuff, but it was okay. But I wouldn't say that it was good because it wasn't that good. Of course, that was the early days and stuff too. Oh, that's cool, dude. Yeah, I still got mine. The only real games anymore I play on it, and there's a lot I got, but anymore now the real games I play on it are the original Star Wars Battlefront 1 and 2. I will never ever play Star Wars Battlefront 2 EA. Never. It is a full-fledged ripoff of the original, and it makes me mad because they gutted the shit out of it and put in those damn loot crates. Oh, I despise loot crates. And don't get me wrong, the gameplay and the graphics are good, but if you need a gamble in order to level up, then it's no fun. And that's also something else that made me mad too with the first Battlefront EA. See, when it was announced and stuff, I was really excited. Like, heck, I pre-ordered it and stuff, was playing the alpha and the beta. And the thing is with it, it didn't have a story like the original two did. It didn't have instant action or anything like that. It was just sad. Oh, I got plenty of diamonds, don't worry. I'm just walking around in this mine because I'm actually lost. I didn't want to admit that. But anyway, the deal with the Battlefront is that game, heck, I play it now on in because there's like a lot of commands in that game that you can do that really you can't do in the game nowadays. Heck, even most games nowadays don't compare to most of the games on the PlayStation 2. I mean, graphics aside, because I tell people you can't argue graphics on a game console that was 2 generations ago because obviously graphics are going to be terrible. But the point I was making is, as graphics keep getting better and better to the point where it's essentially just real life, the less of, story gameplay you're going to get. And for me, I'd take a flip of poopy graphics to good story, such as Resident Evil 2, the original one. And the 2019 remake was good, but I do agree with the fan base that they did take some stuff out, and apparently they had to because of production stuff. So, didn't mean to do that. All that stuff. But anyway, I just wanted to do a short stream to say Happy New Year, talk about a few things, not really about 2020, but just in general. So if you enjoyed this stream, make sure you hit the like button, and if you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing in the year 2021. But as always, I'll see you in the next broadcast.